We have till 5.5. It's 21:33, and obviously because we only have this book to read, there's no point in rushing it, is there? No. We're on chapter 24. So let's start. Let me count how many pages first, though. Yeah, so there's about 10 pages of this chapter, so we'll read 5 pages and then 5 pages tomorrow, which should end the chapter 21. Not 21, 24. You've been sleeping together? It's not what it looks like, Henry said, wrapping the duvet around his hips. I was trying to keep her warm. Penny stared at him in horror. Now was the time to apologize for keeping it from Daisy. Explain why they'd done it and come clean. Not lie about it even more. Either, Dad. Don't lie to me. How long has it been going on? About a week, Penny said. Henry glared at her, then moved towards Daisy. Look, I didn't want to upset you. So you lied about it? Sneaked around my back, treated me like a child. Why the hell wouldn't you tell me? Because you asked me not to date her and how? And look at how well you respected my wishes. Listen, love, you were happy here, and you were scared that I would cock it up with Penny, and we'd have to move out. I just wanted to get Christmas. Give you a bit more time. Just wanted to get to Christmas. Give you a bit more time to settle in. Before I told you how important Penny was to me. Daisy, clearly not sure who she should be angry at more. Daisy, clearly not sure who she should be more angry at. Turned her attention to Penny. And that's why you were being so nice to me, teaching me about ice skating and taking me out, buying me clothes. You were just using me to get to my dad. Penny was horrified. She stepped towards her, wishing more than anything that she didn't have to have this conversation. With only a blanket to protect her moisture. No, Daisy, honey, I'll never do that. I generally love spending time with you. You make me laugh. You're so creative. And I love how insightful and kind you are. I was happy to spend time with you long before me and your dad got together. If we broke up now, I'd still be happy to teach you about ice cream and take Benny for walks with you. I said the other night, after Penny shouted at me, I would never be that creative to get what I want. And I know you've only known me a short time, but you should know that what you see is who I am. There has never been a hidden agent with me. What does agent mean? Agent with me. Daisy, who clearly not wanted to be talked round, she turned her attention back to her dad. What is it with you and women? Is so important to you that you can't stay single for longer than a few months? Henry looked furious. Damn it, Daisy, this isn't. I'm not messing around here. I love her. I'm in love with Penny. I have been for a while. There was a silence in the room, then produced only by Bennett snuffling on the sofa. You love her? Daisy said quietly. Yes. After 1 week, you hypocrite. You buttered what I had with Josh, saying that I hadn't known him for long enough, but somehow you fell in love in a week too. And that isn't something that you thought you should tell me. We were going to tell you after Christmas. I just wanted you to feel a bit more settled here before I told you this was the woman that I wanted to marry. Oh, Charles is so happy. You shouted at her. Really let her to that. So, okay. Wanted to that woman that I want. This was the woman that I wanted to marry. Penny felt tears spring to her eyes. He loved her and wanted to marry her. She wanted to kiss him and hold him, but she couldn't. Daisy stared at them and then stormed off, slamming the connecting door between them. Henry said, quickly dropping the duvet and getting dressed. I can't say it because it might thingy. It's so hurt it to. Tugging his shirt on and doing up a few crochet buttons, he made to run after Daisy, but he came back and kissed her briefly. I love you, and I'm going to fix this so we can be together properly without any secrets. Trust me on that. Penny nodded, and he kissed on the forehead and left, closing the connecting door between them. She heard his footsteps thunder up the stairs and more shouting between the two of them, though she couldn't make out the words. You have to make this right. He had to make this right because she loved him too, and she couldn't lose him before they had even started. Penny stared out the bedroom window at the muted early morning sky as the snow fell thick and fast, swirling and dancing in the wind. She hadn't been able to sleep much, hoping that Henry would appear in her room and tell her that it was all sorted out, but he never came. Surely he wouldn't let this come between them, but Daisy had also been the reason he had broken up with his previous girlfriends. She would always come first for him. Her head hurt after the stress of thinking that her and Henry were finished. To get him back together with him and all this, it felt like they were over again. Tonight was the Christmas Eve ball, and it looked like she'd be going alone if Henry couldn't make things right with Daisy. Four. She got out of bed and went into the shower, feeling permanently deflated, especially as the night before Henry had told her he loved her. She walked back into the bedroom and saw her phone was flashing silently on the bedside table. She grabbed it and noticed she had 3 missed calls from Maggie. She also noticed it was a lot later in the day than she had originally thought. The snow had made it much darker, and she must have slept a little late that morning without realizing it. She quickly phoned Maggie back. When her friend answered the phone, it was clear that she had gone into full panic mode. Penny, the bloody sobbing snow, everything is ruined, everything. Maggie, what's wrong? What do you mean? She moved to the window and froze in shock. Everywhere, as far as the eye could see in every direction, was covered in a thick blanket of snow. One top of her van roof was almost 2 foot of the stuff, and the wheels were almost buried too. The ball will have to be cancelled. Everything was due to arrive today. The tables, chairs, the food, the DJ, the heaters, even most of the waiters and waitresses were coming from different towns. Maggie said, and Penny could tell that she was almost crying with frustration of it all. Half of the ice cravings lost their sculptures due to the power cut the other night, and that was going to be the main decoration for the evening. Hang on a minute. We are not cancelling the ball. Why not? Not after all your hard work and planning. We've had a ball in the town as far as I can remember, and we're not going to cancel just because of a little snow. It's more than just a little snow. It's more than just a little bit of snow. Penny, Maggie snapped. Penny ignored the anger in her best friend's voice. Give me 5 minutes to have a think about this, and I'll call you back. Penny hung up and paced the room for a moment before scrolling through her phone. The town council had a telephone tree for when they needed to arrange a meeting or if there was a problem in the town, like a traffic light that people were being asked to avoid, or an escape car when people were asked to help round it. This counted as a really big problem. She quickly composed a text explaining the problem for help. She included her mobile number on the bottom so people would try to reply to her, and not the person who had wandered on the text. She sent it to 5 people on her part of the tree, knowing that within half an hour almost every member of the town would be informed, and many of their friends and family too, which would cover almost the town. She got dressed quickly while she waited. As she pulled her jeans on, the phone beat. As she did up her belt, the phone beat again, 7 times in quick succession. She pulled her snow boots on and quickly did up the laces as the phone beat again and again and again. She picked it up, seeing that she already had over 30 messages. Wow, these guys were quick. There were offers of food for most people, mainly sandwiches, crisps, and cakes, but probably enough to keep everybody satisfied tonight. Everybody who replied said they would bring their own soft and alcoholic drinks. Kathleen, from the pictures, were offering all her tables, chairs, and outdoor patio heaters if someone would come and pick them up. The landlords from the Buttle and Forth, the Mermaid, and the Scrummers Inn were all offering the same thing, as they were all going to be closed for the night anyway, due to the ball. Well, that goes on to the top of page 338, but we'll read. Only 5 more pages left, so I'll read that tomorrow. And we'll be going on for chapter 25. This book has more chapters than that one. But you know that after tomorrow book, I will still have to read it this upcoming week because I have 2 weeks off. But I'll still have to read it because when I go back to school on the 22nd, I need to do a test on it. And then I'll just ask the library teacher if I can do Christmas at the Lilac Cottage. Also, this looks like Westeros, doesn't it? It's actually on Mum's spot. And I'll be putting, after tomorrow, like, the full part soon on YouTube as well. So, bye guys.